Hello everyone, my name is Vinod Gamad and I'm a student of Marwadi University of Bachelor's of Physiotherapy first year. Our today's topic is Physiology of Micturition Reflex, which is the topic of physiology. So, let's begin. First of all, we are gonna see what is micturition. So, the process of emptying the urinary bladder, controlled by nervous and muscular mechanisms, involves coordination between bladder and the urethral sphincters. So the anatomy involved are urinary bladder, detrusor muscles, internal urethral sphincter and the external urethral sphincter, spinal cord centers and the cerebral cortex. So the nerve supply of the bladder are parasympathetic S2 to S4 which contracts detrusor muscle and the sympathetic T11 to L2 which helps in relaxation of the bladder wall, contracts internal sphincter, and the third one is the pudendal nerve which controls extensor sphincter voluntarily. So the maturation reflex, a spinal reflex initiated when bladder fills with urine. So these steps are involved as the first of all the bladder fills, the stage receptors activated, and the impulses travel to scleral spinal cord, parasympathetic nerves stimulated, and the detrusor muscle contracts. As the detrusor muscle contracts, the sphincter relaxes, and the urine finally expelled. So the mechanism of maturation. So the mechanism of maturation are having two phases. The first one is storage phases, in which this sympathetic activity predominates and the detrusor relaxed and the sphincter is contracted. And the second phase is voiding phase. Parasympathetic activity predominates, detrusor contracts, and the sphincter relaxes. So the normal cystometry of the maturation are normal bladder capacity is 300 to 400 ml and the first desire to void is 150 ml and the second strong desire is 300 ml. So the higher centers controlling maturations are brain control, the cerebral cortex, pontine maturation center, and the functions of it are delays urination voluntarily, coordinates bladder contraction and sphincter relaxation. So the abnormalities of maturation which can happen in human body are atonic bladder, loss of bladder tone, urinary retention, automatic bladder, spinal cord injury above sacral region, neurogenic bladder, and the dysfunction due to the nervous system disorders. So the clinical importance of it are maintains urinary continence, prevents bladder overdistension, and helps diagnose neurological disorders. So the conclusion of it is maturation is a coordinated neuromuscular process involving the urinary bladder, spinal cord, and the higher brain centers. Understanding its physiology helps in diagnosis various neurological and the urinary disorders. So the references of this PPT is essential of medical physiology, the K. Sembolingam, and the Guyton Howell textbook of medical physiology. So that's all. So that's all for it today. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day.